am the oracle Apollo. Come share your light with me. These messages I follow, restoring balance unto thee. Do not be afraid, you're part of saving grace. Do not hesitate, let's reignite your faith. Divine encounters are all alive. Divine encounters, our lives design. I am the oracle Apollo.
Thank you for joining me, the Oracle of Apollo. I am your hostess here on Divine Encounters, Dominique Rivera. And today, happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm super stoked. Of course, it's Wednesday, so you know it's Supernatural Storytime night. And I'm inviting you to have your high quality H2O, because this is not a passive viewing experience, but an interactive one. And when you guys arrive to see Divine Encounters, I invite you to participate fully. We're going to be doing several things in this episode. If this is your first time viewing, we're going to have the good news, which is an awareness message. We're going to have a divine experience where I'm going to send you Reiki energy for you to receive and be present with. You're also additionally going to be able to work with your inner child today with the Apollo games. Stay till the end of the story time so that you guys can receive your weekly in the middle of the week, so our midweek collective energy check-in. And of course, if I invited a winner tonight to the show to receive a personal channeled angel blessing, which everyone and anyone can get. And if you want to receive an angel blessing, all you have to do is share this feed to 3 people. So tag them in the comment section below. Let me know you shared in the comment section below, or share this feed to 3 different pages. And of course, comment that you've shared. But first, before we get into anything, to your health, wealth, and prosperity. You guys know I'm a big avid water drinker, so make sure that you guys come here and drink your water. And if you enjoyed Divine Encounters, make sure you like and subscribe. All of your support is tremendous and appreciated and helps give momentum to the feed and the blessings that come through the feed. And if I am reconstructing all of my digital media, so please join my free group, meetup.com/Awaken Philadelphia. This is where I tend to teach my workshops and free meditation classes. So go ahead there. You can screenshot this right now, and I'll see you. Thank you guys for being here today. Yes, yes, yes. Make sure you guys are tagging your friend. I'm bringing up someone today who has an amazing story. So I'm so excited to have him. I found him all the way across the world, and I was like, come, and now he's here. So yay! Thank you. Hi, Lori. Thank you for being here. And Alyssa, thank you for being here. And without further ado, we're going to jump right in here and make the impossible possible. Stay tuned. Ray, you're here.
I'm here.
Let's get your name up on the screen. How are you? Thank you for being here. It's
Good. Thank you for having me.
An honor to have you. I know I've talked to you about this coming on the show before, and things weren't lining up, but we're here.
Yes. My life is a little crazy, but I'm here.
Awesome. And we're so happy to have you here. Let everybody know a little bit about who you are, how you know me, and why you're here today.
Who I am? Who am I?
Who are you?
Oh, geez, that's a mystery. Well, I live in the Metro Phoenix area, and Dominique I met on one of my trips to Brazil. I studied in Brazil many years ago, did an exchange program through university, and I ended up meeting her mom, her brother, and I went to a place called John of God in a small town called Abajania. It's called Don Ignacio de Loyola's casa, so they call it the casa, right? And people in the United States refer to it as John of God. So yeah, that's where I met you, and your family. And it
And my
was
mom, who's watching, and she says, "So good to see you, Ray."
hello. I miss you guys.
Oh, that's so exciting. Yes, and that is a mouthful for everybody at home who heard all that. Don't worry. We're going to get right into the story, and it's a really good one. And you guys know I like to start every feed first with the good news so we can raise the vibration. So to that, I say to you all, what's good? Okay, so here we have the good news today. Pardon if this lighting is not right. I'm moving this room around right now. But let's go ahead into the nitty gritty. And this card is actually the messenger card. And it says, Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. You are part of the lineage of souls who have dedicated their lifetimes to the upliftment of the planet, to returning time and time again to seed the light. The crystalline ones, the ones who are here to plant the sacredness of life back in, to honor both the sacred masculine and feminine, to usher deep reverence back in. Many ascended masters are thought to be connected to the energy of Sirius, often appearing as a shade of blue. They hold the frequency of pure love and are here to help the masculine and feminine exist in harmony, to ensure the greater balance, to help us see that we're all connected and that the masculine and feminine energies exist within us all. You are being called to bring about this balance and harmony between the masculine and the feminine, to be a guardian of harmony and balance on the earth. Think of the whales traveling around the globe, sharing love through their healing, vibrational song. Their unique notes send balance and harmony to every corner of the planet. A rebalancing of the masculine and feminine is occurring worldwide. It's a resurgence of the sacred within us all, a returning to the sacred union within, a rekindling of the heaven and earth. You begin to bring harmony and balance by creating it in your own life. The ripples will flow from there. You can honor and balance the sacred masculine and feminine energies within yourself and others. Wow. Ray, this is what we're starting off with, the messenger. How are you feeling about that?
I feel good. It feels good.
All that masculine and feminine divine energy. Do you feel like these energies, one has to be more prevalent than the other? Especially, like, you're a man on this show, and the majority of people who watch this show are women. So what are your thoughts on the divine masculine?
I think that it's important to have a balance, right? You can't have more than one than the other because you're made out of both. And for me, I firmly believe I have the balance. I have a very soft side to me, which I try to exhibit all the time. But I mean, I used to do ex-security work, ex-bouncer, all that stuff. So, studied martial arts my whole life. So I know my masculine side, you know.
I love it. Okay, so we have an awareness exercise right now, and this is not just for you, but for everybody at home. When you arrive here, I ask you and invite you to participate fully in every experience that we have here in this little mini retreat that we have directly to your handset right now. So the question I have for everyone and Ray, how are you being called to bring harmony to your life or the planet? So what is your answer here for you, Ray? We're going to start off with
Oh,
you.
me?
Yes.
Honestly, it's about spreading the word. It's about comforting people. It's about doing, I think, any type of act of kindness that you can do, right? Of comfort, anything. Because as you offer a bit of yourself to help people, you are doing something greater than you even know. And I've like the craziest thing that's ever rocked my world was I worked as a real estate agent. So I had a lady that was helping find a rental home, and she was going through a very tough possible divorce, right? The husband didn't want to leave her. So long story short, I talked to her a lot about just everything, right? Uplifting words, things, ideas, emotions. And she thanked me a couple of days later, and she said, I want to thank you for talking to me and saying what you said, Ray. She said, because that night, she said, I was planning on ending my life. And she
Wow.
said, you talked me out of that. And I said, wow, like I would have never thought, because that wasn't discussed. You know what I mean? So it's just like, wow, words make a difference, actions make a difference, and it comes back.
We don't even know how a small act of kindness can just be earth shaking, earth shattering for someone. I got a lot of
Yes.
goosebumps from that answer. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
powerful. That's a
It was.
powerful message. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Lori says, helping others and trying not to complain if they don't appreciate it. Yes.
True.
That is the human lessons, right?
Hmm.
Listen to everything, Harleen says. And then Miss Cindy says, showing outward love. Those are all great answers. Thank you, everybody. And we have one more to make your brains go. How are you being called to honor the sacred masculine and feminine within you?
Me?
I know I'm making it
Why
hard
me?
today.
Right? I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't prep for this. Um, Honestly, I start my days almost the same every day. I either do a walk and I'm doing meditations or, affirmations, or when I sit down. And then what I do is I balance my energy, right? I do my clearing, I do my energy work. And I think that I notice when I don't do that, when I don't start my days like that, my days don't run the same. I don't feel the same, right? Nothing feels great. I don't feel, oh yeah. So for me, I think that when I do that and I connect with spirit, then I am balancing myself. I'm assisting to balance myself out.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. For me, I'm the same way. I'm going to say that within 3 days of breaking my routine, I feel like garbage. I'm going to say
Yes,
3 days.
yes, yes,
And
yes.
I see it this way: you are spiritually feeding yourself. Had you
Hmm.
not eaten for 3 days, how would you feel? If you had not drank for
Yes,
3 days, how would you
yes.
feel?
Yep,
So, for me to honor my divine feminine, I feel like that's me nurturing my needs
yep,
before
yep,
I put other needs first. And then
yep.
me honoring my divine masculine is making sure that I push through any discomforts or
Hmm.
fears,
Hmm.
to make sure that it becomes tactile or tangible, or bringing it into the earth plane, with that energy, making sure I persevere in that. So
Yep.
that's just for me. Okay, so if anybody at home, you guys want to add to that one, I know that one's a hard one. Go ahead and put it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And Ray, little birdie told me you have an amazing supernatural story. So I want to hear from
Oh,
the beginning. How did this lead up to your story? First of all, like, I guess my questions are kind of like, did you believe in spirits? Did you think this was a crazy thing? Like, what even caused you to believe in beyond what's not tactile?
right, right. Well, I mean, gosh, I could sit here for 3 hours. So I hope this show is this long. I'm just joking. Um, no, I grew up really skeptical. My dad was super skeptical, and that's just where I got it from. I question everything. I doubt everything. I always thought in the negative of everything, because I thought if I could pick out the negative in a person, negative in a situation, then I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I grew up like that. When I was barely 19, my mom passed away, and this is kind of the start of all everything spiritual in my life, and I'll explain. So I was dating someone at the time, kind of dating them, and we were just starting to get kind of relaxed, intimate, and I had the weirdest, coldest sensation just go completely over my body, like I felt dead. And I've never done this before. Literally, I just pushed this girl off of me and I said, I gotta go. And she's like, what? And I said, I gotta go. And she's like, what's wrong? I go, I gotta go. I didn't know. I just hopped in my car. I drove home, and I got home, and my mom was, normally right in her bed sleeping. I'm like, okay, my mom's sleeping. All right, that's cool. So I got the Nintendo. I'm playing Nintendo, and I just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. And I said, I got to go check on my mom. And I didn't know why, but I opened the door. I said, hey, mom, I'm home. I'm home. No reply. So she had passed that night. And the weird thing is I didn't understand that at that moment when I was with that girl I was seeing, that my mom came to visit me. Right now, I recognize it, and that's how I just had that feeling. And that's why when I came home and I was playing Nintendo and still stuff didn't feel right. I'm this goofy 19-year-old, and I'm like, man, something's not right. And I checked on my mom. Since then, things have just been kind of steamrolling, and I think that once you start on your path in life, it just keeps going on, and things are stronger. You meet the right people and everything. So fast forward a year later, right? I'm this 20-year-old kid. I got my apartment. I'm working part-time. And what am I doing? I think I'm cool and I'm selling cannabis illegally. Woo, So I didn't know, but one day I get a phone call from my brother and he had the weirdest hollow sound in his voice. And I said, what's wrong? He's like, can you come over? And he had his apartment and he was studying community college also. And I went over there and I said, what's wrong? And he just seemed like a shell of himself. And I go, dude, what happened? He goes, well, he told me. So he didn't tell me that he was smoking marijuana, cannabis at the time, and somehow he had something that was laced. So whatever that he had that was laced, it had lasted in his body. And so for 3 days in a row, he had not came out of that. He felt like he was like kind of like a zombie. And I said, wow. And I said, well, get your stuff and go stay with me. So he stayed with me on the third or fourth day. I was really nervous because he told me, he said, you know what? He goes, I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to live like this. And I said, okay. And I went and I hid all my knives and stuff in the kitchen and I'd go to work and he would just lay on the couch, right? Or just be there. And I thought, man, what do I do? So that night, that last night, I remember I prayed and I prayed to God. And I always would go to church just by myself, right? I prayed to God and I said, if you take this off my brother, if you lift this off him and you cure him, I said, I promise you, I will never sell drugs ever again. I will never do any of this ever again. And it's going to sound weird, but that next day he woke up and he told me, he said, hey, he goes, I feel a little bit better. And I said, what? And then as the days progressed, he felt better and better and better. Wow. And then like after 3 days, he was back at his place, and he would get these relapses every once in a while. But I think it was some sort of an acid or something that was laced in there. And yeah, so that was that. Now it's going to get even fast forward. Are you ready for this? So in high school, I had a friend of mine. Her grandfather was a famous curandero, which is a Native American Mexican / here in Arizona. There's a Yaqui, a Native American tribe from Mexico. They're here in the United States, in Arizona. And her grandfather was a really strong healer. And so all of her family had a sort of ability. And so she would always tell me about her angels. Oh, my angels, this and my angels do that. And my cousin's an angel reading. I was like, whatever. So I tease the heck out of her all the time. What'd your angels tell you today? Ha ha, mess with this poor girl. And I wasn't being mean or cruel. I was just teasing. I like to joke. So one day she told me, watch. She goes, you're going to want to talk with my cousin someday. You're going to talk with her. I was like, whatever. So one day, I kid you not, in my head, I just had this sensation. I got to speak with Veronica, was this girl's name. And I was all like, huh? And finally I called my friend. I said, B, I go, I want to meet your cousin. And she goes, what? I go, I want to meet your cousin. She goes, why? Why do you want to meet her? And so long story short, I met her and her cousin told me, hey, there's this angel book author called Doreen Virtue that writes all these books and all these things. She has an event. Phoenix, I got an extra ticket. Do you want to go? And I was like, not really. And she's like, let's go. I was like, I don't want to. She's like, come on. I said, fine. Went to the event and I'm walking around, me, this, macho dude. And, I'm looking at these dudes like, oh, yeah, we don't belong here. I don't belong here. And I sat there and I'm like, I just don't belong here. So Doreen started talking. She started explaining about angels, blah, blah, blah. And then she did a breakout session. She said, I want you to pick someone you don't know, grab an article of theirs, and I want you just to focus. I said, all right, whatever. So I looked at the lady behind me. I took her keys. She took my keys. And the exercise of this topic was the aura. You're supposed to look at the person's aura, right? Just half of their body. So I did that. I'm sitting there with a soft gaze after we did our meditation. All of a sudden, I kid you not, I see a rainbow around that lady. And I was like, whoa, that's trippy. And then afterwards, when we were talking, me and this lady, she said, I saw a yellow and gold around you. And I said, oh, that's funny. And then I said, I saw a rainbow around you. She said, that's weird. At the end of the exercise, Doreen told everyone, for those that saw yellow, those that saw, your color gold, that means you're a student and you're religious. I said, wow, every Sunday I go to church and I'm currently in junior college. And then she just went on the colors and that was it. So then she said, and for those of you that saw a rainbow, that means that person is a healer. That's what they do for a living. And that lady goes, oh my gosh, I'm a healer. This is what I do for a living. This is really what I do. And I was like, what? So the last thing that was really touching is at the end of the day, we had another breakout session. I took the keys of another lady, gave her my keys. And this time we were supposed to focus on the words that you hear, right? From a message from that person's guides. What I heard from that person, I conveyed to her, and I told her, I said, I saw an image of a man with glasses, I saw dishes, and then I heard a word in my mind, and the word in my mind was, she's going to be okay. Your daughter's going to be okay. And she said, repeat that. And I told her, and she said, my daughter is in the hospital in labor, and the doctor said that there's a high probability that she's going to die in labor.
Wow.
And she
Wow.
said, thank you so much for that message. Thank you for that message. And after that, I kind of opened up, and I'm like, I think there's something more out there that I don't know, you know? And so fast forward after that is I got into studying energy healing, right? All of a sudden in my mind again, I heard Reiki. I'm like, what the heck is Reiki? You know, and I'm asking people, I don't know. And I found out, so I got directed to a lady. She took my first Reiki class, did a Reiki level 1, Reiki level 2, Reiki master. And then I was like, oh, and then I felt like I had to learn something else. And then I found out about pranic with a P, pranic healing. Well, even before I studied pranic healing, I went to go study in Brazil. So I went out, did an exchange Brazil 2002, 2003. But I had a really good friend of mine out there, Renali. And I forgot that I did this until years later. I met up with Renali again when I was back in Brazil. And she said, Ray, I got to tell you a story. And I said, what? She says, remember you taught me meditation? I said, yeah. Remember when you scanned me with your hand like that? And I said, oh, I said, yeah. She says, remember you scanned me and you stopped right here by my upper breast? And I said, I don't remember. I said, but yeah. She said, I got to tell you something. She said, I made an appointment with a doctor, and I went, and she said, they told me that thank God, but there was the beginning of breast cancer that was starting in my body, right
Wow.
exactly where you scanned that. She said, I want to thank you for that. She said, look, and she showed me this little scar. She said, they cut it out of me. I was like,
Wow.
holy cow, you know? So I fast forwarded. I'm sorry.
What an amazing, this is just an amazing beginning. It's just like,
No.
boom, all these things just happening. So before we get into the next part of your story, we're talking about Reiki, which is part of the divine experience here. So I invite everybody at home right now, from 1 to 10, where are you at energetically in this moment? 1 being the least amount of energy, 10 being the most amount of energy. You are in your crystalline body, full total alignment. So where are you? Go ahead and take a moment, talk to yourself, hit me up in the comment section below. So where are you at right now, Ray?
I was today wandering around at like a 5, but now I think I'm like closer to a 9.
I love it. I'm close to 9 too. Earlier today I was also like 6.5. And now I'm like at 8.6, maybe 8.7. So where are you guys at home? Let me know. And we're going to jump into this divine experience. All you have to do is be present. Put your phones down, palms face up to be in a receptive state. And we're going to put 60 seconds on the clock after I call in the team. And we're going to go ahead and start that. And we have... It takes a little bit of time for the comments to pop up. We have Lori with the 3, so she's pretty low today. See, we can adjust that. Amanda's up there with an 8, which is great. That's pretty good. And let's go ahead now, call in the team, and get ready for your 1-minute experience. Okay, Ray, you can choose to receive or you can choose to give today. Your call.
Oh, I need to receive.
Okay,
I've been a
Ray.
low battery this week.
Understood. And Harleen is at she's now at a 10. Okay, so let's go. Everyone close your eyes, take a breath in. Beautiful golden light coming into your energy field. On your next natural exhale, releasing what no longer serves you. Allow this beautiful golden liquid to flow through your crown chakra, down your spinal column, collecting in your nervous central system and spreading through these little branches through your entire body, refilling, refueling, transmuting, uplifting, upgrading, letting go of any thoughts or worries on your breath. Exhale. On your next natural inhale, solidifying all of this new energy into your energetic system, going into your muscles and tendons and bones, endocrine system for some of you, I'm feeling. And then just on the exhale, releasing what no longer serves you. The labels don't matter. The story doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're honoring yourself here and now. And now bring your right palm and your left palm to touch in front of your heart space. And bow. Namaste. And take this moment now and put in the comment section below, where are you at energetically from 1 to 10? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. I am blissed out. Let me touch my grounding mat. And let me know if you felt anything cold, hot, tingling, pressure, touching, tickling, uncomfortableness, pain. Did you see colors? There's no weird here. Go ahead and put it in the comment section below. And I'm going to start with you, Ray. What are you feeling?
I felt warm, and when my eyes were closed, I could see gold. So I saw gold, and I totally just felt warm.
Oh, I love that. That sounds like a good time. All that warm, good goldness. So thank you guys for participating in that. This is to assist you and rebalance you and kind of just give you a boost for the next couple days. And we do this in every single episode. So thank you for that. Oh, I feel a lot of heat. I'm definitely sweaty. Lori is calmness and gold color. Awesome. I love the gold color. And then I just feel like I'm still climbing. I'm at a 9.7 now. So where are you? Did you give me a new number, Ray?
I'm about, I would say probably 9.5.
9.5. So we've gone up a little bit to here. And Harleen saw a lot of reds, grounding color. Very good. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for that. I appreciate you and I honor you on your paths. And we're going to go back into Ray's story because he had already concluded his last one with the promise. So you wanted to start a new story. You were fast forwarding.
Fast forwarding. So then fast forward years ago, I would volunteer, do with pranic, with a P, not a C, pranic healing for years and years and years. And I had a friend of mine, Tara. And Tara didn't believe in any of that, just a good high school friend. And she told me one day, hey, she said, I've been having problems for like weeks. And she said, I'm having trouble with bowel movements, And I said, okay. I was like, well, come over someday, let's check it out. So came over one day and I'm scanning her and she said, oh my gosh. And I said, well, hold on. And so with a crystal, started doing some crystal work on her. And she said to me, she goes, oh my gosh. And I said, what? She said, I feel something. And I said, what do you mean? She said, I feel something moving inside of me. And I said, like, good. She's like, it's a weird feeling like a worm is moving. And I said, that's interesting. And here's what it was. And it's an energetic parasite, right? She had an energetic parasite inside of her body. And, through healing, I've been taught to trap it, to release it. And after that, crazy. She had no more problems after that, right? And so like that, there's just like stuff that you do that you help people, but you don't really think about what you're doing and you do it. And later on you find out how it benefited them. And you're like, really? Like as if it wasn't you and like, well, not you, it's from above, but you know what I mean? As if it's like you still cannot believe.
As if a story you haven't heard before. Like you were never parked. You were never in the room. It's like, really? That happened?
Yeah, you're like, really? Was I there? What was it like? It's like it's not even
true.
real.
It's so true.
It's a trip. So I have so many stories I can tell you, but. So here's a sad thing. I kind of stepped away from voluntarily healing. I stopped doing all that, right? I got so busy and caught up with work, as we all do. We get caught up with everything. And then I was stricken with a blood disease, a disease of the blood. And, I just stopped working on myself. I stopped working on other people. I just kind of did the bare minimum of what I could do. And I ran across someone one day that told me, hey, I had this miraculous experience in Brazil, this place. And I said, huh. So I looked it up and I saw Oprah Winfrey did a show about it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, who's this John of God dude? I got to check this out. And the weird thing is I'd been back and forth to Brazil like 18, 19 times. I'd go all the time to visit my friends. And I never even heard of this, never heard of this place, nothing. So I went, I met a lot of people and I heard a lot of miraculous stories. In my first trip there, it was very calm. My situation, me personally, was better. The last time and that was in 2018, 2019 was the last time that I went there. I actually had a profound experience. John of God was away and the energy there was way stronger, very strong. And that day when I was inside the Sala de Comanche is like the current room. So I'm in the current room. I pass in front of the chair where John of God used to sit. Well, he likes to be called Medium Joel. And I'm sitting in this back room and I put my hand over my heart, right? And here's the thing. Prior to going to Brazil in 2019, in the gym, I re-injured myself. I reopened up a hernia. So I had a hernia repair years ago, back in 2005, and over time it started to get worse again. So I went there with one of the things I wanted to get healed. As I was, and the instructions are after you receive the healing, you're supposed to lay down, right? You're supposed to rest. I think it's for what, 12 or 24 hours? 24 hours. Goofy me thought I had to have my eyes closed for 24 hours. So, I got my eyes closed for 24 hours, trying to feel my way around my little room. And I'll tell you a funny story. When I was laying there that night, I don't know if you've seen the movie Thor, but in the movie Thor, whenever Thor arrives, there's all this light that's just shining down, right? I was laying in my bed with my eyes closed, and I could see with my eyes closed all this light that was shining down, just like Thor. And then I saw one figure come up and another figure come up, and I felt them working on me. I felt them working on underneath my belly button, and I was like, wow, that was a trip. And then the next day,
when you say you felt them, who is the them?
I felt like they were spirits of past doctors, or they could have been angels. I don't know.
And when you say you felt them, what does that mean? What did you feel?
Honestly, it felt like someone was doing a surgery on me, but there was no pain. Like I could feel like a little bit of movement and stuff, but there was zero pain. There was nothing. And of course, I thought I couldn't open my eyes, so I didn't open up my eyes, and I just laid there, and then so the next day was just like way better, and then I haven't had any problems since then. And literally, my 2 trips there, I must have talked to at least over 100 plus people, and every person had an amazing, miraculous story to tell. I mean, I just everything that I've seen and heard and talked to is just amazing. So my life is so blessed that a lot of times I get down on myself, I get down on my situation. It's so easy to forget how much we have and how blessed we are.
Yeah.
But then I come to reality. I'm driving my car and I see like a man in a wheelchair with no legs, an automated wheelchair, as he goes by the sidewalk, and I think, man, I'm so lucky I have my legs. I can go to the gym, I can walk, I can do stuff. So I firmly believe that I'm here for a purpose. I'm here to help people. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to get more to doing that. But that's in the end, we're all here. We're here we're spiritual beings in a physical body, having experience, and we're put here to help people,
Oh, Harleen says, I keep seeing light come from your crown chakra as you tell your story. Fantastic.
Nice.
So what happened with the hernia after?
It walked away. It's gone. I don't feel anything.
It walked away.
I mean, I go in the gym and I throw up some weight. I get down in there. My goal is to go there and kick my own butt. If I don't kick my own butt in the gym, I haven't done what I wanted to do. But it's the pain has never come back at all.
Yeah. Wow. So before going here and hearing about this medium Joel who was capable of holding entities in his body that then serviced people, healed people. What was your initial thoughts on that?
There's people around this world throughout time that have been blessed to receive the help from above, right? To help and to heal people. And there are people, I think everybody has a capacity to help and heal others or help and heal themselves, but they don't know how. Or they don't know why. And it's like a roller coaster, right? Once you start on that path and you start to seek that, your teachers will be present. You'll see an article on Facebook, right? It's like a potato chip, right? Little by little, you see little piece of potato chips and you're like, that's good. That's good. That's good. And then you got your bag of potato chips. But the funny thing is the more you learn, the more there is to learn. It's never I learned everything and because even afterwards I went, I got goosebumps right now. That's crazy. Even afterwards, I went on to learn Karuna Reiki, which is another type of Reiki, right? And I'm like, wow, dang. And now currently, one of the pranic healing masters, Master Hector, is doing another form of healing divine healing, crazy strong, and it's great because I do it on myself every morning, and then I project it onto the people that I know that need it every morning, right? So I may not be able to go out there and help old grandmas cross the street, but I can do something to help people somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and I think that's what it boils down to, is being able to lift a finger to do something to help people. As easy or difficult that it is, you're giving some of yourself to help someone. And the crazy thing is, it always comes back to me, always. And I don't
Always.
want it to come back to me on purpose. It comes back to me because that's what happens.
It's the
The energy
golden rule.
exchange. Yeah.
What
Energy
we
exchange.
what we put out is what we're gonna receive. It's
Yes.
karma. It's a
Yes.
law. So it's
Yes.
just
Yes.
it's destined to happen.
Yep.
And I feel like the message is very strong here that don't think of yourself so little that you can't move mountains, because you
Exactly.
absolutely can. As long as you are willing. And what I want to say to that is what I said a few weeks ago. Padre Pio came to me and he had gave me a message, and what he stated was, you don't have to be worthy, you just have to be willing. And as long as you are willing, it will come. You hear people's most profound stories start off with, I surrendered, I promised, I gave. That's usually where we begin our stories from, and it's so true as you're speaking it here today. So that's amazing. Really, thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh, for sure.
What was I going to say here? Oh, wait a minute. I know what I was going to say. It's time for the Apollo games, guys. We're going to test Ray here and you guys at home. Yes, there are different kinds of Reikis, over 122 types of Reikis. So just so you guys know, I'm actually developing something called Lunar Reiki for the last 2 years. So I'm still working on that.
Very cool.
And that's being channeled through Kuan Yin and Metatron. And it's not perfected yet. So we're still working on it. All right. So we're going to do the Apollo games, where I invite you to invite everybody in your house to come in, sit together, bring the inner child up. So get the husband, get the wife, get the child. We're about to test you. Okay, Ray, I'm going to give you a really little tiny snippet of something. It's literally a few seconds.
All right.
And you have to predict what the answer is correctly. And if you do, you're going to get from me, the Oracle of Apollo, a social distancing, bona fide, certified high five.
All right.
Can you handle that?
I can do that.
Okay. Here's the question. Don't blink.
What statue am I about to reveal? Madurga, Buddha, Kuan Yin, Apollo. Put your comments in the comment section below now.
So what statue am I about to reveal? Madurga, Buddha, Kuan Yin, or Apollo? You have till the end of this music to figure it out. All right, we got some people ahead of you. So do you want to break the ice with your answer, or do you want to hear what other people have to say first?
I'll try to break the ice. I'm going to guess the middle two, either Buddha or Kuan Yin.
Okay, but you can only have one.
Oh, dang it. I'm going to pick Buddha Yin. See, it's like a mixture of Buddha and Kuan Yin. I'll stick with Buddha.
Okay. All right, let's see what the folks at home have to say about that. Philly Doug says Apollo. Sherry McQueen is saying Kuan Yin. Miss Cindy is saying Madurga. Lori is going with Apollo.
Oh.
And Rochelle is going with Buddha. So
All
are you
right.
still keeping your answer locked and loaded? Final answer?
Can I change to Kuan Yin?
No, I'm not letting you.
Oh, man.
No, I'm kidding. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.
I'm going to do Kuan Yin.
Okay. Oh, boy. Let's go to the answer, shall we?
What statue am I about to reveal? Madurga, Buddha, Kuan Yin, Apollo. Put your comments in the comment section below now. Reveal time. Did you say Buddha?
Well, you know what? That's good, because we second guess ourselves. And when we hear something, we think, oh, that wasn't right. Oh, man.
Oh, this is we learned the lesson today. Always go with your first instinct. I
Yes.
love it.
Yep.
I absolutely love it. And a lot of you guys who got it at home today? Let me go back here and see. I know somebody definitely got it. Who is our winner today? Someone said it. I know someone said it. Who said it?
Me.
Who was the one that said it? Oh, Rochelle. Rochelle's the one
yeah,
that got it.
Rochelle.
High
Yep.
five for Rochelle. And
Yep.
if you're watching this on the replay, you also get a high five if you got it right. It's okay if you second guess yourself. That's why we practice this every episode, so that you guys can get so acclimated to asking for the guidance instead of always just thinking, that you can use this in your real life. So when you need guidance, you can learn how to feel the sensation of the right answer. So this is why we put this in here. So thank you for that so very much. I should be receiving very soon a person here for the midweek collective energy check-in. So I hope she arrives. And Rochelle did move in points from earlier. So thank you, Rochelle, for that, for sharing. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Intention Pen, right here in Divine Encounters. We have 2 of the Intention Pens left. They are made with cherry wood body, 24 karat gold plated fittings and gunmetal fittings. 12 of these were made. These are the Oracle of Apollo Intention Pens. And I winded up using mine to manifest my 20,000 followers, which I had 30 days, 20,000 followers. And on day 29, I announced it on Sunday night that I hit my goal of 20,000 followers.
Wow,
so if
nice.
you would thank you. So if you would like your spiritual tool, your intention pen, something to assist you in your manifesting work, please message me for those last 2 pens. This pen also is going to include a ceremony, a moon ceremony with me, where we're going to be doing your manifestation, and Lady Kuan Yin and Lady Artemis will be bringing messages for you on your behalf from your angels. So let me know. We got 2 left. Yes. Awesome. Okay, Ray, I'm going to put you in the green room. Thank you. It was an honor having you today.
Great
I'm
being
going to bring
here.
you back up again shortly.
Oh.
And we're going to go into the midweek collective energy check-in. So pay attention, write it down, figure it out, and let's go. Okay, Ray, bye. Alrighty, guys. It's that time of the week where we go ahead now and bring you the midweek collective energy check-in.
There is a button. It's a very sexy button. It says subscribe on it. I wish I could click on it, but YouTube won't let me.
All right, guys, coming into the midweek collective energy check-in, and you guys check out my triangles. These are all about that John of God story that Ray was actually talking about. Let me actually pull that up real quick. And this big one is actually for your prayers and your intentions and whatever you need healing with. So if you would like me to do a session for you, these are for complimentary, of course, and give a petition to the entities on your behalf, please message me in private with your full name, where you're going to be sleeping at the next 40 days, like an address, and your intentions, okay? And I will put it into the triangle for you. And that's available at any time for anybody. All right, let's see now. Coming into the midweek collective energy check-in, I did shuffle these, and for whatever reason, my hands are shuffling them again. So let's go. Just so that you guys know, these 3 cards are set to order, and the very first card represents what you need to know. All right, so we have here the Hierophant card, trainer, wisdom, understanding, and mentoring. So just like we discussed a lot today about these classes and workshops, it's kind of like asking you, where do you need to put your attention to cultivate and elevate your natural abilities? For a lot of you guys are feeling connected to something greater than yourself, but you're not sure how to get there. And sometimes it's just about trying anything. Trying meditations, trying going to an angel class that a friend forced you to go to that you didn't want to go to initially, but then blew your mind. So allow yourself to step into this Hierophant energy. It's kind of like that wisdom. It's interesting because this has Taurus energy attached to it with the little Taurus symbol right there at the top. And what that says to me is, like, I love Taurus because Taurus is actually a very stubborn sign in a very good way. And what I mean by that is that once they have their mind set to something, once they have their focus set to something, and this giant, dense beast takes momentum forward and starts to take those steps forward, there's no one stopping you. There's no one that's going to stand in front of that giant, massive bull energy and try to grab you by the horns. No, they're going to jump out of the way and move. So step into your power here. Allow yourself to take steps with your divine masculine moving forward here, okay? This is what we need to know. And let's see what we need for the middle card is what we need to grow. Okay, for the what we need to grow, the message here from the guides are possess self-confidence. Taurus is a very confident energy, and we all possess facets of all the signs of the zodiac, of all the horoscopes. So even if you're not a Taurus, this is still going to apply to you. So this is where you need to add some extra energy, and this self-confidence is going to be coming from your practicing. So if you go out and you learn a new modality or skill, it's not until you start practicing it and sharing it that you're going to be able to cultivate discernment and then also bring confidence. Kind of like when Ray was sharing his story that his friend wasn't so sure about receiving this kind of session or believe in this kind of session, and he stepped away and allowed spirit to come through. And every time when spirit comes through, it builds a confidence with spirit that you can trust in them, that they are supporting you, that they are here. So possess self-confidence, allow the universe to assist you and mold you and make you great. Okay, so here we have the third card, and this one is going to represent what do we need to let go. So this is a let go card. What needs to let go? And the card here, it says you are very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon. And we see here that the full moon is complete. You know, there is nothing left here. She is at the peak of her cycle. And the moon represents for a lot of people is mystery, things behind the veil, things that are unseen. So this card says it's about to come to completion, right? It's very close. It's not quite there yet. It's about to be. And the moon also represents fears. So ask yourself in this moment, what fears are holding me back from accepting this divine confidence? Divine confidence is not the same as physical confidence, and confidence in itself is not arrogance. We say somebody is confident, we kind of have like a negative connotation to that, but really it isn't, because we're self-assured in the knowing that we can achieve something, self-assured in the truth that we tell ourselves can be expressed and manifested through our actions. So allow these fears to slip away here this week with this card. The animal for the week or the midweek is spider. Travel will open up new possibilities and one special connection. And it's interesting because this whole episode we're talking about traveling and this story that's in Brazil. So look at this spider here. And spider is actually a beautiful animal to have. It not only elevates you, it creates a story. You see how she has like all this webbing? How she has this webbing here. My camera just decided to turn itself off. This webbing here is what she created. These are her truths that are spread out beyond her body, beyond her reach. This is basically that golden rule, that rule of karma. This special connection, similar to Ray's connection going to Brazil, was he experienced the entities. So when we say connection, sometimes people think it's romantic, and it could be, but this connection could be not romantic, but it could be platonic, it could be work, it could be career, it could be passion, or it can be something from the invisible realm assisting you and uplifting you. So allow yourself to receive that. Also, the spider is the animal or insect rather of messages. So if you see a spider in your house, it is said that depending on the size of the spider is how big the message is that's coming forward. Mountains, stand your ground. Oh boy. Like I said earlier, one person can move mountains. You don't have to have it all figured out, guys. You just have to be willing to try to climb it. You just have to be willing to walk the path that is in front of you. You know, we get so caught up with the peak, with the outcome, that it's kind of like, well, if this outcome isn't exactly how I envision it, what's the point of walking the path altogether? And the point is the journey. The point is the experience. The point is building the resilience of adventuring through this mountain. And mountains are different for so many people. Mountains can be your obstacles, or mountains can be your goals. So look at this in that way and stand your ground. So show up for you. Like I tell you when you guys come here, be present fully, engage fully, give fully of yourself, and you can't lose. All right, let's see what we have for the angel blessing today. And these angel blessings are being expedited in your field. I am an integrated energy therapy master instructor, and I work with sacred geometry and the energies of the angels. So before I open every feed, I open an angel portal so that these blessings can be expedited to you. And interestingly enough, we have Angel Gabriel blessing everyone this week with self-discovery. I'm telling you, walk the path, climb the mountains, be fully present, and you're going to see the blessings that unfold for you. And then Angel Celestina is blessing us with friendship. So with that spider energy, we heard about the special connections, and we're being blessed with friendship by Angel Celestina. And now, mind you, these are not tarot cards, these last ones, but blessings. And the angels do want to assist you, but they respect your free will. So make sure that you're claiming these blessings so that way they can assist you. So claim that in the comment section below. And I hope this serves you. Thank you, everybody, for that. Let's remove this. And Rochelle says, I received this. I know that's right, girl. Okay, let's bring Ray back on. Okay, Ray. Yeah, you're back on. See, I knew some of this was going to be resonating with the story that you were telling us today.
Yep, it all works out for a reason.
Is there anything you want to add to this meaning or touch on from this message for the collective today? Or anything you want to add to the message for the collective for today?
Yeah, just for everyone to focus on your journey, because your journey is your journey, no one else's. I found that if I'm looking at Brad Pitt's life or whatever, that's not me, I'm not him. I got my own journey, my own way to go. So, just the only thing we can do is just make ourselves better, and then always extend a hand to help someone. That's all we can do.
Fantastic. And my person is here already. I did give her Tina is the winner for today. Tina, I did message you a link. I need you to click the link so that you can arrive here so that I can give you your message for today. So while we wait for Tina on that, I really appreciate your insights today. And I feel like I relearned things that I have already learned. But then, when we rewash this information, it's clean. And it's just like, oh, yeah, that's right. I can be more grateful. I can do more things. What really was interesting to me about one part of your story that stood out for me was when you stated that you took a step back and then you got like this blood condition. And what really stood out for me about that was you said, I took a step back. So it's like I have the tools, I have the knowing, but then I didn't apply it so much that, all of this congestion came up into my energy field. So it's that to me was like super important. Like this morning, I was like a little tired and I was just like, all right, we need to get things done. Let's go. Because it was already like 2 days. I was like, no, we can't wait no more. That's it. All right, let's see. We have Miss Tina here now, and we're going to bring you up. Hey, Tina, thank you for being here.
Hi, guys.
Hi. So
Hello.
Congratulations. You are the winner of this week's Divine Encounters Angel Message. How are you feeling about that? I know I kind of caught you off guard in Messenger.
Yes, I was still asleep when you messaged me.
Understood.
But, yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, so let's see what you have, dear. Alrighty. This is for Tina, and if you find that you want to add anything, Ray, you totally can jump in at any given time.
I've just got to put my phone on charge.
Okay. Let's add this. 4 cameras. I'm a boss now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
Tina.
look out.
We have 3 cards for you. This is the know, grow, and let go. So the first thing I want to tell you for your grow. Oh, can you hear me? Yes? No? Oh, we're having some feedback here. Okay. So for your first card, we have no. Yes, I can.
Oh, cool.
And we have the card is called Power, Understanding and Reality. And this is the number 7. The number 7 is referencing Apollo. It's also the number of perfection and faith. And this is the power. This is what you need to know right now is that you Tina, have the power to shift your reality, to shift your perspective. It is all within you. It is all guided and instilled inside of you. And just like we stated earlier about Ray's story, you just have to use it. It's not enough knowing it's there. You have to apply it and use it. This is the card for grow. It is a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. And like we discussed earlier, everything has a balance. Everything has a balance around us. And what this is saying is that maybe we have been in a state where now it's time for us to give in a kind way. And that can be like anything. That can be a smile, our attention, our time, our love, our energy. And maybe we feel like we do give all the time and people don't appreciate that. Why am I getting so much feedback? Is that me? Okay, there it is. It's gone. And maybe we don't. Wow. Where is this feedback coming from? Oh, okay. Let's see if I mute. Nope. Okay. No, it's not. All right. It's fine. So this is just saying give rather than take here. All right. Let's go into the next one. We have as the message, journey within. Okay. And when I see this card in conjunction with the time to give rather than take, to me, this is saying give to yourself. Be that divine feminine mother energy, that divine feminine mother who is maternal, who is loving, who is understanding, who is gracious with her words and her energy. We get so caught up in maybe having to give so much of ourselves outwardly that we forget to nurture our inner child. We forget to nurture our shadow side, and we just create a pattern in our life where we don't nurture ourselves. So with this journey within, it's asking you, there's so much beauty to discover inside of yourself if you just allow. You have for your animal, wild horse, speak your passion aloud and defend those whom you love in the word with deed. And what I like about this card is that the horse, it cannot be tamed. You have a free spirit. No one can control it. No one other than universe has spoken promise onto your soul and onto your life. So no one can take away what's for you. It doesn't matter. No one can take it away. If it's for you, it is for you. So let's see what you have for your ancestors card. You have direction guardian, choose your path. And just like we opened up with that energy of you are the director of your perspective, you are in your power, and this is your understanding is the power of awareness. Allow that to grow, nurture that. Give yourself permission to work with that energy. And let's see what your angel blessing is. You have Angel Michael blessing you with daring. So you have be wild, be daring, be compassionate. Step into everything that you are meant to be and don't let fear or judgments or anything else stop you, okay? And one more blessing for you, Angel Celestina blessing you with prosperity. All right, and all you have to do is claim those into your energy field and they will be there. So I hope that serves you, Tina. You have any thoughts for me, dear?
No, well, I've been sort of working on myself with self-growth and nurturing my children, and yeah, so I claim that and thank you.
All right. You are so welcome, my heart. Thank you for being here. Okay, that was for Tina, our winner of the week. And if you want to win your angel message, make sure you are tuning in Wednesdays and Sunday nights at 7 p.m. to Divine Encounters. And of course, you have an opportunity to win an angel message every week. All you have to do is share this to 3 places and comment that you shared in the comment section below, because you're not just sharing a story. You're sharing a blessing. You're sharing light. You're sharing something that maybe someone else doesn't even realize they needed to hear. So thank you, everyone. Without you, we can't create a divine experience. So may you all go in love, light, and wisdom to know thyself, love thyself, and remember, the divine always has your back. Ciao.